The Caddo Native Americans by Ishan Jha. Who were the Caddo? The Caddo Native Americans were a part of the great Mississippian culture. These Mississippian Native Americans were mound builders, similar to the other Mississippian Native Americans like the Apache and the Coquihilton. The Caddo Native Americans, similar to now, had a government called a confederacy. This means that the Caddo had one big leader that cared for the whole tribe and many smaller leaders that tended to certain parts of it. How cool is that? Did you know the Caddo was gifted artists? They created stunning pottery, jewelry, and dignified objects. What was life like as a Caddo child? For the most part, Caddo children lived like us. They played with one another, went to a school, and tried to pitch in with house chores. The Caddo boys were taught how to hunt at a young age. In the winter, the boys were thrown into icy streams to help make them tough. They were also forlorn of food, water, and clothes so they could stand battle. What tools did the Caddo use? The Caddo used bows, hoes, spades, and axes, but pottery was one of the most popular things in Caddo culture. In war, the Caddo used war clubs, maces, knives, and pikes. What did the Caddo eat? The Caddo were farmers, and a little less than half of their diet comes from the vegetation that they planted. They planted corn, beans, and sunflowers. The Caddo men hunted deer and buffalo to eat. Occasionally, small groups of up to a few Caddo people went out to fish. The Caddo ate cornbread, soups, and stews. What did the Caddo wear? The Caddo men wore breechcloths. The Caddo women wore wraparound skirts and poncho tops made of woven fiber and deerskin. All Caddo people wore earrings and moccasins. Where did the Caddo live? The Caddo lived in the area we now call southern Texas. The Caddo lived in large, sturdy grass huts that could fit 30 to 45 people. The Caddo originated in the lower Mississippi Valley and spread to other river systems. What special traditions does the Caddo have? The harvest ceremony, which celebrates the harvest that comes in. When a great leader dies, we burn down a house. Spiritual rituals. Men hunting is an important tradition because if they didn't hunt, the tribe or family would starve. Women were the cooks and babysitters in the family so the men could go out to hunt. Did the Caddo get in any fights? The Caddo were mostly peaceful, but they were happy to trade with almost anyone. Their enemies included the Sioux and Osage tribes. Thanks and bye. See ya.